arachnid
worst
that
kind
sucks
of
your blood.
spider.
Oh, okay.
A bow slice.
Marcel, could you link your Twitch channel again? Your
Yes.
previous link is to a video which doesn't exist anymore.
It's my life. Okay, wait, hang on.
I'm loving this loading screen.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, let me join the game.
Glad we don't have any enemies yet.
That you know
of. I'm certain.
No, I was worried. I was worried that no goblin was gonna pop up on there.
So you're not famous enough yet, that's the problem.
I see. I prefer keeping it that way.
I'm sure we will make a name for ourselves one way or the other.
Definitely. What the hell is happening with this eraser?
Is everybody else just seeing a loading screen?
Yeah, there's like a pirate's theme loading screen going on for us.
I don't see that at all. I just my thing is just not launching.
Okay, give you a
Maybe
minute.
refresh?
And I'm just gonna my main browser gives me problems sometimes, so I'm just gonna try my other browser that I keep around just for Roll20.
Marcel,
Yes.
all our actions and everything from previous sessions just gonna stay on the chat there.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, where?
I noticed. I scrolled and I'm like, some of the thing you whispered to me is still here.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there's a way to export rolls and stuff, I could do some statistical tracking like after a while and be like, here's the average roll for everybody.
I think there's a way to do that somewhere, yes.
But people have no excuses when they say that they get bad rolls, or they actually do have excuses when their average roll is 15 or something, I don't know. Thanks for the link.
No problem. Okay, is everybody ready and in?
No,
Yes.
I'm not in Roll20 yet. I'm still launching it.
Okay.
Thank you very much for waiting.
No problem for everybody. Once you do get in, please add 260 XP to your total. So you should have exactly 260, I think. 'Cause it was still empty from last time, right? It's been a couple of years. How when last time we played?
I think it was 2019.
It's probably the last time we
missed-
played was probably in the. I'm pretty sure I remember last time we played was in the year of our Luigi 1987.
Yeah,
I was like, I can't cancel tonight for tummy ache. I have to play. We
Sorry.
haven't played in like 2 months.
Yes. All right. Yes. If I unexpectedly disappear around 10 o'clock, it is load shedding. So
Yes.
let's get going.
Where do I
gosh.
put experience points? Never mind.
Yes,
260, you say?
that's it.
What does
And
Pip have experience points for? Are we all doing something?
This is for the previous session.
Yeah.
Remember, I said I'd work it out, and then I worked it out, and then I never told you. So
And hero points also to 1?
yes, please. Hero points to 1.
Cool.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Remind me again what those were for. Those just for like if you can re-roll something.
That is a good question. Yes, you can re-roll things. Wait, I've got a handout here somewhere.
Okay,
Hero
so my hit
points.
points are 2. Where's the XP?
It should be at top right.
On your sheet. Yeah.
It's
next
under
to-
deity.
Oh, okay. So how many do we all have?
Above background.
260.
260.
Uh-huh.
1 hero point, 260 XP.
That's
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I love the ambiance.
it. Okay, most of those things working.
Our handy
Yes.
hero sheet handout.
So yes, you can use a hero point to re-roll a check. You must use a second result. So it's like the lucky feat. I think pretty much works the same in 5e. It's a fortune effect, which means you can't have more than 1 hero point on a check. So if you, let's say you have 3, for example, you can't change the second result again with another hero point. So you're going to take what you get. You can spend all of your hero points, a minimum of 1, to avoid death. So when you get the dying condition, we'll get there eventually. You lose that if you sacrifice all your hero points. So we'll get to that later as the cows move.
Who has played Metal Gear Solid 4?
I have.
I have not.
I like the mooing mechs. I have never seen mechs move before.
Yes.
What are we looking at?
Okay, so... Oh, wait. Okay, you got to be more specific because I can't see what you see.
A mech is mooing?
Oh, that's Metal Gear. Don't worry.
Oh, we were just talking about a game.
Oh, okay.
Metal Gear Solid.
Okie dokie. So, when we last left our heroes, they arrived in the Marrow. Ta-da! The map should change for everybody. Yes. Newly escaped from a fate of certain death, they have been taken to safety to the splendid city of jewels, the Marrow. You are currently here. There's the pin. Let's zoom in. Hopefully says the party. You have arrived in the Breeze District. It is busy, it is bustling, hence the sound effects. There are cows absolutely in the background. It is coming up to high noon almost. So the city's activity is at 11 at the moment. There are merchants, there are traders, there are things being unloaded and offloaded on ships and all sorts of things. You see scholars, you see beggars, you see everything of all sorts going around. You have been tasked. The only price for your escape or rescue, shall we say, was that you do a favor for Mother Grimm, the leader of an underground organization in the flooded district, which is over here, helpfully indicated by a Riddler trophy. Yes.
Our mysterious quest marker.
Yes. But right. So, you have gotten off your boat. You have agreed to meet at the hideout, which is called the... Correct. It's called the Cough Cough. It's called the...
I know, it's the pub. It's the
Joe's Demise.
Broken Window Pub, indeed. Yes,
No,
Joseph's Mize is somewhere in here, which is...
We're going to meet the leader of the shivs.
That's it. But before you get to that, you are each sort of going to wander off very briefly. Okay. So,
Our little misadventures.
yes. Those that haven't told me yet, what would you like your characters to do? So,
Oh, wait. Yeah, I haven't set up a Celeste. Just kind of looking at everything with like awe, just at the grand scale of everything going on. She'll just like with like this teeny little notebook in hand. Well, to her it's normal size notebook. To all of you, it's like a teeny tiny little notebook. She'll just like rush in pretty much just every direction she can, just looking at everything that's around. She'll go vaguely in this direction over here to the bazaar.
all right. Okay, so you're going to the bazaar. I think Kieran is also going to the bazaar.
yes, I am.
Yes.
As she's like darting around, she's like looking at like 12 different things in the span of 4 seconds. She's like jotting everything down in that little notebook.
Okay.
Mira is also going to the bazaar, but she is going to steal everything that is not nailed down. Lots of pickpocketing.
Excellent. Okay, we'll get to that. And then Ragnar is going to the dwarves. which
Yes.
are located in South Cliff. Okay, so I think to make it easier, I'm going to do the dwarves first, and then everybody in the bazaar.
Yeah.
All right. Right.
Sorry,
What's so
before...
fun about the bazaar? What are you guys doing there?
They're going shopping. Well,
Well, Celeste is sightseeing.
5-finger discount.
yeah, Mira's doing it with a discount. It's
A discount of 0.
Before we continue, I just wanted to ask, this city we're in now, is this part of the Calgorian Empire?
That's a good question. I should have put that in my recap. Let's just quickly have a look. Right, so you will remember that there is. Tell me when you see the map, by the way.
I see it.
There is the main Western Empire, and then there's the Eastern Empire. They are on the border here. You are exactly at where the T is on Althusa. So they are a vassal. They surrendered to the Eastern Empire. So they're not exactly empire, but they're severe companions, shall we say.
Empire adjacent.
Yes. They're pretty much like a territory of. Yeah.
Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, so there's more information. I'm just trying to think what's spoiler free. Yes. Welcome to the many hats I must wear. All right. So, Ragnar, you follow the from what you saw from the boat coming up to the Marrow, up on the cliffs here, the sort of highest terrace of the Marrow city. There's a district that has very distinctive dwarfish buildings. They're not as embellished as some of the Undercity's architecture. This is sort of functional, clean, solid buildings. Everything about it just says sensible. To everybody else, it's weird dwarf shit. But to you, this is the only way to build above ground. Right. So you make your way through the city. It's quite busy. You find yourself dodging carts. There's even a fire eater on a corner that you go by. The buildings here are predominantly warehouses, the occasional merchant here and there, but nothing too permanent. You also get places where they store large goods. There is a place that has casks upon casks of wine. That you get the impression that it's probably locally brewed. They're shipping out. You follow the main street, which steadily climbs quite steeply, and eventually these warehouses and buildings like that fall away, and you see these dwarven buildings from up close. You can hear the pinging of hammer on anvil. You can hear the hiss of bellows. You can see steam rise, and there is the fresh dwarven smell of metalworking. You head into what seems to be a nice, well-kept forge.
Before Ragnar heads in,
Yes,
I'm just going to kind of take it all in, and I'm going to breathe in very deeply, and then sigh it all out, and then walk in and head to wherever they're congested as the other dwarves.
All right. So you see some dwarves of different subcultures that you recognize. Some that you recognize and some that you don't. Some have war paint you've never seen before. Some have armor that seems to be cobbled together from other cultures' armor. So they've reforged the dwarven way. You go up to this big forge that you think that seemed to be the biggest forge that you've seen so far. There is the symbol of a hammer in front of a gear, a cogwheel. which is the holy symbol of Moradin, the dwarfish god of the forge. The door is open, as any good dwarven forge is always ready for business. You walk in. There is a grey-haired individual with a magnificent beard that's almost reaching to his boots. That is working away. Well, if it wasn't for his beard, you would see he was shirtless, shoulders glistening with sweat, as he's working on a breastplate that is far bigger than him. Some other dwarves are shuffling in and out. They seem younger. They seem like apprentices. One of them's carrying scrolls of blueprints. Another one's carrying a crate of ingots ready to be smelted. As you walk in, sort of taking this in, feeling the heat of the various forges in here, because there are multiple, you feel like all that coldness and dead stone that you were in prison with slowly fading away. You feel a bit at home here. The dwarf with the breastplate pauses for a moment, looks over at you. "Aye, can I help you, lad?"
Oh, greetings, brother. I mean you no trouble, but I see fools.
Tools, you say? Aye, well, ain't the kind of city where you should be without tools. Who's your clan?
Yes, of course. Sorry, what did you ask?
Who's your clan?
Oh, see, the tools I seek are more of a favor of a friend, not personal clan.
There's a moment, like kind of in movies where everybody stops for a moment. Like the weird people just entered the bar. People stopping for a friend?
Yes, a friend. A dwarven friend.
Oh, okay, good. And then everybody resumes. Right, well, we don't want our secrets going to outsiders. You're not from the Guild of Merchants, are you? Them bastards want our secrets, and we ain't paying a license or anything.
Well, trust your secrets are safe with me.
Good to know, brother. Oh, you! And he points to the young-looking dwarf whose beard is just coming in, who was carrying the scrolls earlier. You get our man some tools. He's bloody naked without them in this place. So the scrolls get dropped. They sort of roll all over the place. You do spot that one of them is for a set of daggers, like throwing knives. He rushes somewhere to the back. There is a clatter of armor, and at some point a cat meows. And he rushes out with a bag, like a leather pouch full of tools. It's for forging, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. And there's hammers, there's tiny bits of ingot, there's enough to start a fire, there's like a tinder box. Anything you would need for sort of field work for forging.
You see Ragnar just kind of like a moment in his face of like, when a child was really hoping for something and kind of didn't expect it to go well, and then it does go well, like maybe meeting a new friend. Just that relief in his face of he wasn't entirely sure if these dwarves were going to be friendly, and seeing how willing they are to help. You see gratefulness for the first time, emotion he doesn't really show to the party as he takes the tools. Thank you. These are greatly appreciated.
Well, they're on the house as long as you pay back the favor to another dwarf and wherever you may find them. Don't lose these tools, though.
Always. Thank you so much. And
what's your names?
Ragnar, sir.
Good to know you, lad. Come back
And
to this
yourself?
forge anytime.
And
I-
your name is?
I am Melvin South. Oops, that's where he lives. Melvin Underhill.
Marvin. Sorry, could you please just spell
Spell
that?
it, yes.
Is it like the normal Malvin, like M-E-L?
Yep.
Okay.
But don't worry, we'll get to the weird names as we go.
All right. Well, it was great meeting you, Melvin. And again, thank you so much for the tools.
Right.
And
Be
then I
safe. It's a
just-
crazy town out there.
And I chuckle and head out the door, slowly still looking down at the tools, admiring the fact that a piece of me, what feels familiar to me, is now in my hands, and I can start being a dwarf again as I head back to wherever the party is.
Okay. So, meanwhile, across town. Pip, I need you to please make me a... Okay, now I need to uninstall D&D in my brain and reinstall Pathfinder. It's a thievery check, I think, right? Yes. Please make me a thievery check. Near Pip. Hello.
Pip.
Where's the Pip?
The stealth check is too good even for us.
The DM can't even see. Okay, we'll get back to Pip. Oh, you're okay.
Oh, wait, no, wait. Oh.
What?
Wait, if you're
That's
here,
the
we...
thing in the Discord.
Pip
If
here.
you're here, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Oh, Pip gone.
Might be trying to troubleshoot.
Okay.
Yep. Are you back?
I'm still a no in terms of hearing.
Hello?
Hello.
we go.
There we go.
There
Sorry.
we go. Welcome back.
My computer froze, and
It's okay.
okay. See if it will actually open up my character sheet. Sorry, I did have it open, but I don't
It's,
know
it's
where.
okay. It's okay.
We're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Just a
Yeah.
question for Ragnar. The tool that I just received,
Oh,
I-
yes.
I don't believe, I'm not sure, but I don't believe there anything that should get lost or broken. So do I need to list out what was in the forging tools, or can I just put forging tools in my inventory?
Yes, you can put forging tools in your inventory. They should... sorry, I should have a document somewhere in my many layers of Word documents and PDFs somewhere. What exactly is in them, so if we need them, we can look at it later. But yeah, just put that
Alright.
down. Okie dokie. Right. So,
Do I put them in my stored items or great or held?
stowed, sorry. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, see, the held is just so you can, in a combat situation, say if you've got 2 weapons out or whatever. So,
Alright.
if things must go really wrong for you to use your forging tools in combat, or really right, I don't know, we will see. Right. Okie dokie. So, heading into town. You guys are sort of traveling together. One of the things you come across as you're heading to the stalls, which is the district where the Grand Bazaar is located, there are also some open areas where there are people demonstrating inventions or advancements or just plain showing off. Case in point, thievery. Thank you.
Case in point, crime.
Crime. As everybody is distracted by what I'm about to describe, Mira, you pocket 4 copper pieces with ease as somebody is distracted. Chaos begins. All right. So you see a tall, elfish, a half-elfish woman, brown hair, quite straight, She's got very sharp features, sharp nose. She is dressed in white and blue robes. It's got a very distinct pattern. And she is entertaining the crowd, saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have mastered all of magic. There are no mysteries remaining. I know the most advanced spells ever. I will demonstrate. You believe me, don't you? You, sir, over there. Oh, you, the one with the notebook, you. Little rat person.
Me? You say?
Yes, you believe me, don't you? I am the greatest mage that has ever walked the streets of Marrow.
No, yes. It sounds like you know your stuff, miss.
Indeed I do. Indeed I do. And she's waiting for applause or a gasp, but none is forthcoming.
Celeste is kind of like, wide-eyed, mouth ajar, and she's like, you hear the tiny little claps from her hands, like, wow, that sounds wonderful.
Well, I will prove it to you. Tell me, little one, what is your name?
My name is Celeste. No,
Oh.
good lady.
Well, I will demonstrate by teleporting into the future and then returning to tell you your fate. Behold, some people start walking off, and
Whoa, no way.
she concentrates. She speaks some words. Her eyes glow. You see some runes floating across her hands as they move through the air. There's a loud clap, and she's gone.
I assume like someone else that came to the bazaar is nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she just kind of rushes up to them like wide-eyed, like, "Did you see that? Did you see that, Kieran? She disappeared."
I can't believe it myself. I was just in utter awe of sorcery I've just witnessed.
You see some people sort of wander off. They've like seen it all. This is just nonsense. She had a little hat that had coins in it. Somebody picks it up and disappears into the crowd.
Can I be that somebody?
Roll me another thievery check, and then we will see.
I'm not caught up with these guys, or am I still walking towards them?
You will soon. I will tell you.
Thinking almost kind of like a whispered amazement. Celeste's like, "Oh, simply amazing." And you can see her like writing fast in her journal again.
All right. So you get a coin out of it as somebody grabs it quickly, and a coin bounces. It's a single copper again. Nobody's going to give anything more than that for a stupid street performance. But somebody else made off with the hat and whatever was in there. All right. So as you continue, eventually the buildings here, which seems to be accountants and sort of admin-y things. You've got a hairdresser here and there. But eventually the houses go away, and then you see the tents, the Grand Bazaar in front of you. There are tents here. There's a smell of spices in the air. There's somebody selling chickens. And smell of chickens. Eventually Ragnar also catches up with the group. You guys are kind of easy for him to spot because everybody else seems kind of disillusioned with the magic of the city, whereas you guys are slightly in awe. And then Mira's clinking with coins.
Ragnar, you won't believe it. There was this lady over there on the street, and she disappeared, right in front of our very eyes. It was amazing.
I was quite jealous I wasn't the one to be called on for such a performance.
You kids have been playing magic tricks.
Mostly just watching them.
Sounds fun, he says condescendingly.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yes,
sure,
indeed. Yes, indeed. She apparently does not recognize. Yeah, she does not recognize that the condescendingness in that tone.
Neither do I.
Alrighty. Okay, I think we can also say the party is together now over there. Okay. So, as you guys walk in, one of the things you notice is even though this is very much dominated by temporary shopfront, shall we say, there's an occasional beggar here and there. You walk past a man. He seems to be human, although it's kind of hard to tell. He's quite dirty. He doesn't seem to have any hands or any stumps. And his dirty, knotted beard. And he seems to be blind in one eye, and he looks up. Please spare a coin for an old veteran.
I walk up to him and I take out one of my silver pieces and then I give it to him.
Silver? Well, obviously you drop it in his little collecting tin because he doesn't have any hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find where my gold count is. I don't remember what it is. Where that is. Whatever money I have.
Okay.
Where is that again?
It's under your inventory on your character sheet.
Inventory.
Inventory. Yes. There we go. Okay. Yes. Celeste looks like very, sad and sympathetic to this guy. Like she'll scurry on over in a little tin. She'll drop the only 2 silver pieces she has, and she'll also put in 3 gold pieces.
Oh, most kind. Most kind.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I hope you do well for yourself.
Yes, as long as you remember the lessons that I did not. Avoid the Inquisition.
Avoid the Inquisition?
Yes, and he holds up his arm stumps.
What did they do to you?
Took my hands, for they believed that I was conspiring against the Empire. Rebellion.
Were you?
No, sir. I was just a humble ship captain.
How did they take your hand? Did they cut them off or did they magic them off?
They cut me, sir. Most brutally.
Do you remember what weapon they used?
One was an axe and one was a kitchen knife.
And what happened to your eye?
Oh dear, sir.
I do not recall, sir. It has been too long and I do not wish to think on it.
Savages.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but we'll look out for them, for ourselves.
Yes, we'll be careful, good son.
All right. So you move on. You pass a stall that has cages upon cages of different multicolored birds. You've got parakeets and budgies and all sorts of more exotic things for sale. They are chirping and singing. You keep on going. You're on the lookout for some armor. Kieran, and yes, I will remember everybody's names eventually. It's only session 2. And it's been a lifetime. So, as you keep walking, eventually, a very peculiar gentleman comes out between 2 tents and approaches you. He's got a very broad-brimmed hat with a feather on it, which he sweeps off theatrically and bows low. His wisp of hair that is combed over his bald head sort of fly wildly as he does so. He straightens up. He's got a very stained and tattered military jacket. Some of the shiny buttons are missing. His trousers have seen better days, but his shoes, his boots, are perfectly polished and clean. as if you put all the effort you could into that. As he straightens up and smiles at you, he's got a sort of ragged silver moustache, one end pointing up, the other end pointing down. Welcome. Name's Shine. Salvador Shine.
Are you with the Inquisition?
Oh, I hope not. No, no. Well, and he puts his hat back on and flicks his feather and says, I have noticed that you are people of means. Like that poor veteran back there, you've showed him some kindness. Poor man can't count on his hands how many people showed him kindness. I know, too soon, terrible, heartless. Name's Shine, as I said. Are you perhaps new in the city?
Yes, sir.
Celeste, shut up. Celeste, shut up. What's it to you if we are?
I was wondering if you perhaps required a guide. I know the city like the back of my hand. And he looks at the back of his hand and then swaps to the other hand. This hand.
You know how to rob us 6 ways from Sunday. We're not trusting you. Goodbye.
No, whoa. I wouldn't be so hasty, madam. The city could be
I stutter?
I did.
Be gone.
Fine.
So Celeste kind of looks back and forth between Mira and this guy with a somewhat worried expression.
Ragnar's going to walk in between. Sorry, I forgot Pip's character's name.
Mira
Mira
and Shine. And he's going to stare Shine down in the eyes. Forgive the children. I would like to know, where exactly do you intend to lead us?
No, wherever. I only charge a single duchess an hour, not much. And then I'll lead you to wherever you need to go, and not down any dark and dingy alleys where you might meet a sharp but violent end, if that's what you're thinking.
What if the dark and dingy alleys are where we need to go?
Well, then I will happily point you down them while I wait outside.
Well, you're not much good then, are you?
We do not have point. We don't require a guide. We would like to be pointed to, the Broken Window pub.
Oh, that's far away, dear. You don't want to go there. If you think I'm going to rob you, the folks in there.
No, be careful. Which direction is it?
It's where the buildings are flooded and whatnot. It's down south. Follow the docks, you'll get there. Yeah, well.
The tall man is right. You prove useless, and then I walk towards wherever Mira is, because this guy's wasting our time.
Well, don't forget, my name's Shine. Salvador Shine. And he lets you walk on.
Yes. She's walking away with everybody else. It was a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Pleasure's all mine. And it gives you a yellow smile. All right. So.
I'm so sorry, Trevor.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, you don't need to apologize.
Oh, Pippa's got my ticket.
That was a funny little exchange.
As I walk, I said I walked over to Mira, right? I'm going to stand near her shoulder. I don't know. She's probably taller than me. I don't know why I said that. She's probably taller than me. But I'm going to stand as close to her shoulder as I can, and I'm going to snarkily say, maybe you should keep the other rats on your shoulder too.
I'll look down at him and say, I could carry you too if I really wanted to.
He kind of growls and just walks away.
Alrighty. So going through all the merchants and things, you get the idea that you can, if you spend enough time here, you can pretty much find anything you want, legal or not. Eventually, Kyrian, you see what appears to be a small little shop. Oh, sorry, I'm checking my notes for the wrong thing here. Okay, yeah. Yes, you see a tent with red and white stripes that have mannequins outside with different kinds of armor.
I am in this heavy piece of equipment that is very much built for someone, I won't say larger, but stronger than me. I need to get out of this, and I need to get myself something that will work better and will not weigh me down as much. And I say that, and I start walking towards the armor store. Well,
Yeah.
what I'm assuming is an armor store.
All right, so once you go inside and through the tent flap, you are astonished to see that the inside of this place is multi-leveled. There's even a fountain on this bottom floor right in front of you of 2 elephants. This is some weird department store that's bigger on the inside. Each level seems to sell something slightly different. There are people here and there, but a large, impressive man with a large turban, a black beard, comes down towards you. Greetings, new customer. My name is Rumi, and welcome to my shop.
Hello, nice to meet you, Rumi.
Are we all there, or is it just Kieran?
Yeah, you all follow. You all follow. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead. Here.
I would like to ask if I can sell you this armor that I have on me right now and get some new armor.
Well, I will definitely have to clean it. We usually have no return policy. I mean, armor is usually worse than underwear because people tend to die in them and not just, poop their pants. So yes, of course, I will gladly take it. How much are you selling it for?
How much are you buying it for?
Oh, I was afraid you were going to ask this. Of course. Let me see. And he walks around you. Uh-huh. Yes. Scratches his beard. I will give you 6 gold pieces for it, and that is cutting my own throat, if you ask me.
If it's gonna be that bad, then I'll just sell it for 5.5. No problem.
Oh, you are new in the city. You will not survive long. I like you. Please come this way. There is a changing room. What would you like to replace your armor with?
Anything that I can just not be so way down in, something that would suit me
Oh,
well.
yes, you want something light that you don't go squeaky, clangy, clangy. Yes.
Yes, something light,
yes.
something flexible.
Oh yes, one that you when you cross a river, you don't stand on the bottom and drown. Yes. That yes, of course.
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
true.
Well.
This guy, yeah, you know exactly what I want. Thank you.
Oh yes, I have looted. I have purchased from many a dead adventurer who have unfortunately succumbed to anything that was not my fault. Well,
So
okay.
So you don't take any of the people you actually kill? That seems kind of wasteful.
Oh no, I take from them. I feel uncomfortable with the course of this questioning. Let me show you some other armor. So he leads you quite flamboyantly. Sort of it looks like a department store as much as you can have one in the sort of magical medieval era, where there is armor upon armor. For your lighter kinds, I have some padded armor, some leather armor, some cursed demon armor. I won't recommend. Studded leather, chain. Oh no, that's maybe perhaps too clinky for you. I think you don't like clinky. Yes.
I think I would like some leather armor, please. Very
Oh
much.
yes. Well, I've got a perfect set in your size, which will be 2 gold pieces. Which you will find is a good bargain, especially if you are a returning customer. I am branching out, so I need to, get new customers. I am here in the Empire. I'm in Dire Cinder. It's not going too good there. I mean, people are going crazy. Anyway, yes, anything else I can help you?
So that would be 2 gold. So can I just take that off the 3.5 that you'll give me for my current armor?
Oh, definitely, yes. Well, all the gold and silver is all the same to me, no matter where they've been stamped or minted, or in some case, pooped out. But I don't like to repeat that. No. Anyway, your friends here, do they require armor as well?
I wouldn't know. You need to ask them.
Hello, friends.
Celeste seems like very entertained and happy, just seeing how jolly this guy looks. He's like, yes, sir. I don't have much to buy much with, but would you have armor? My size. I'm kind of small, but other than that, a good bow maybe, or and some more arrows. Yes, arrows too.
Oh, I have a large variety of arrows. I also have one set of fun time arrows.
Fun time arrows.
Yes, I've sold 2 sets not too long ago. I haven't heard from them again. Although you can decide what that means.
Did they happen to be 2 barbarians? No, but it's like,
I would never describe my character that way. My customers that way.
No, that was mostly a meta joke, but yeah. But I would very much like to see these fun time arrows, sir.
Oh, yes. Well, I am selling a set for 30 gold for 100 arrows.
I don't have 30, not quite, so I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm terribly sorry.
Well, do some adventuring and come back anytime. Rumi is always open.
She's kind of like, she looks very sad.
Oh, don't worry. I am sure we have some fantastic leather underwear with a tail hole in it.
I don't know. But I wanted arrows.
Oh dear, your sad face is breaking my heart. And the rest of you want to buy? Do you have coin?
I'm not sure if he sells, I don't know if he has his armor on display, but if he does, Ragnar picks out a chest piece and kind of just swings it up and down, feeling the weight of it.
Okay, so he does have a breastplate, which... sorry, that's a large list of items here. Yes, he does have a breastplate for 8 gold. And what is your strength, Ragnar?
My strength. Okay.
Celeste is just kind of gonna back off, go back, and stand next to Marrow with a sad look on her face, and goes back to writing stuff down in little journals.
My strength is 16.
Okay, yeah, you have the right strength to wear that plate or breastplate.
Well, not wearing it at the moment. I'll shake it, and Ragnar says, "Your armor is cheap."
Oh, Master Dwarf, your kind are always such fun to bargain with. You are going to tell me that no good clan made this? This is not the way? Something like that. And then I am going to tell you, oh, but it's the best I've got. I am so sorry. I cannot bring the price down. And then you say, please bring the price down. You fool. And then we go on forever. And then I lose other customers.
Your weapons. Do you have an assortment of weapons here?
Yes, indeed. Do you want cursed or not cursed?
No arcane abilities. I just look for a mace.
Oh, follow me. He takes you up a set of stairs. There is a wide variety of weapons. Some of them are not in great condition. Some of them are in weirdly good condition. There is a little room marked staff room, wizards only. Pun, thank you very much. Yes. So there is a set of bludgeoning weapons, sort of a stand of bludgeoning weapons. There's skull-headed maces. There's morning stars. There's your standard maces. You want one of these? Not magical and absolutely not cursed.
I picked up the Morning Star, and I'd like to inspect the quality of the Morning Star and just how much it costs.
Okay. So, it's not dwarven metal, but it seems it will function. It will hurt.
Is anybody in my party wearing armor right now?
Good question.
Do not.
I'm wearing my leather armor right now. My leather armor.
Yeah, I think I just have. I just have hide armor.
I don't think I have any armor whatsoever.
Okay. So yeah, okay, it is like a flail weapon, yada yada yada. Yes, so this one he charges 3 gold for. Yes.
I give it like 2 swings.
Careful.
No, not at anyone. Just like in the general air. If anyone's in the vicinity, then they'll dodge it. But I just give it like 2 swings to feel the weight of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hand it back to him and like, I shall be leaving now.
Ah, Mr. Dwarf, you're always so entertaining. Please say hello or goodbye or whatever dwarves say when they're really angry to your friends.
And I kind of just walk off, and I'll wait by the entrance for everyone.
Okay, also, go ahead.
I would like to get some leather armor.
Oh, well, we were just in that section and you said nothing, and we walked all the way up here to the weapons, but it's fine. It's fine. Come with me. You go down the stairs again. You also notice that the elephants, the sort of carved elephants in the fountain have now turned into camels. Right, so there is a set of leather armor, which will set you back. Ice cream bands here. Two gold pieces.
I will pay 2 gold pieces.
No haggling. You're my favorite customer. Please come back.
So Celestia's just kind of like seems to be thinking as they're walking along. It's like, then eventually he's like, "Oh, good, sir. A different idea comes to mind. Not sure how much you'd be willing, but I could give you everything I have at the moment, and well, I can give you the rest for the arrows eventually if you can just let me have them."
Oh, my dear friend, you could be killed before then. Then what? I am without my fun-dime arrows.
I may not look it, but I can hold my own. I promise it to you. I'll uphold my end.
I, at this point, am feeling very much like I'm feeling very sorry for Celeste. She really just wants the arrows, and I want to just try to, what would I use, diplomacy or something? I want to try lend my voice to try and convince the merchant. Mr. Rumi, you've been such a good, merchant for us, such a good tradesman. You've shown us such nice quality stuff, and even given me something that fits so well. Surely you can let my friend just try out even like some of the fun-time arrows, just a portion of them.
Well, okay, make a diplomacy check for me.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, well, you have touched my gigantic heart. Well, I cannot give you a full set, I'm afraid, but I can give you 50.
Yes, that'll be fine, sir. Yes, I can give you all that I have at the moment for them.
I can't wait to see what these do.
How much are the arrows?
This little, the full set of 100, I think he said was like 30. Like, she takes out this like small little pouch and like digs out eight coins. After which you can see the bag is clearly very much empty. And it's like hand them to Mr. Rumi.
Yes.
How much is a singular arrow?
It is hard to work out 100 divided by 30. I am not a mathematician. I am merely a merchant. All I see is this is how much it costs to buy it, and then I put the price up. But don't tell anyone. Yes. So you have a set of 50 arrows and a quiver, and they are Rumi's Funtime arrows.
Yes. Oh wait, I did not mean to do that.
Travis, did you buy all the arrows?
Not all the arrows. There's some cows coming through. Sorry.
Roomy Funtime arrows. And I can just list what I have 50. There we go.
I'm just smiling and just thinking I'm going to enjoy whatever these do whenever you select the Funtime arrows. While also making a note not to be too close to them.
Once the arrows get handed to her, Celeste does not even seem to care in the slightest that she is now currently very broke, and she's just like pretty much not quite, but like almost hopping, just constantly. She's like, "Oh, thank you, sir."
No problem.
Ragnar's going to walk over to where the shopkeeper is, but like almost to the side of him, like trying to not let the others see what he's up to. He kind of just wants to talk to him on the side. And I'm going to pull out 10 gold pieces, and I say to him, I've changed my mind. I'd like to take the Morning Star, and however much the rest of these gold pieces will get me in Funtime arrows.
Oh, I see what you are doing, but I am afraid. Please make a diplomacy check for me before he answers.
Shit. Okay, give me a second. Diplomacy. Oh, my diplomacy is trash.
Well, I see. I am happy to give you the Morning Star, but I'm afraid the rest of the Funtime arrows are out of your price range, my friend.
What about your regular arrows?
Oh, those are simple. 1 copper piece per arrow.
All right. I'd like to take 7 arrows.
Well, I'll throw them in. I'll bundle them together. You know, all the arrows together are strong. Weak alone. Oh, it's a reference. You won't get it. It's fine. Okay, here you go. And he disappears for a while. He comes back with the arrows and the Morning Star.
All right. I'm going to keep both in my inventory. I was hoping to get some Funtime arrows for Celeste, just seeing... Sorry, I forgot Josh Quinn's character's name.
It's Kieran.
Kieran, after seeing Kieran go out of his way to get Celeste arrows, and, you know, Ragnar likes seeing Celeste be innocent and happy. I decided I wanted to get her arrows, but feeling kind of embarrassed with the normal boring arrows I've gotten, I'm just going to keep them with me for now until maybe they need them later.
Okay. Awesome. Just so you know what happened there, the first time the DC was 16, and then every time people bargain, it goes up by 2. So for you, it would have been 18 just to convince him.
Apologies, I need to just go for a sec. I spilled water all over myself.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Rumi does that to people.
Yeah, no, Celeste just right now she looks overjoyed.
Okay, so everybody got what they needed, right? Cool.
Yes. Marcel, could you please just help me with...
Yes.
I'm using a laptop for the first time, so when I want to add something to my inventory, what's the easiest way?
Okay, so you've got your character sheet open, right? And then in the compendium, which should be on the top right-hand side, the eye, if you type in, so it's not called a Morning Star in this system. It is... Come on. Where are you, little thingy? It is a war flail
I am back.
Hello.
Yes.
It's a war flail.
Whoa.
Flail. Hang on, get it here. Okay.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay, all you do is you drag it into the held items, or the stowed items, wherever you want. And it should do the rest.
Okay, what the hell? Okay, it's not showing up in my items in my compendium.
Hang on, let me do it for you. Yeah, sometimes it should be in your inventory now.
Okay, I see it.
Okay, I think it will appear in stowed items. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. I spelled it wrong, that's why it didn't show up. And then the
Yeah.
arrows?
Arrows.
Okay.
If you
Okay,
just
I've got arrows, and then do I just drag them? Which one? There's three types of arrows.
oh, okay, let's see. The one that says I think
PS2E.
yeah, PF2. Please drag that one. The other one says beginner box.
And where do I put them? Held items, one I stowed.
Stowed, please. Yes.
Oh, great.
And then you can change the quantity to the 7.
7.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Okie dokie. So, you all leave Rumi's shop.
Goodbye, Rumi.
Yeah. So let's like turn around as they leave. I think, farewell, Mr. Rumi. Good tidings to you.
Of course. I am a happy merchant. I have gotten money and gotten rid of items. It is what I do. Also,
He laughs a little bit.
if you die, don't fall on top of your equipment. You know? They don't do this.
All right.
My
All right,
back.
sir.
I am getting old. My back. All right. So you leave the tent. Still, sort of disconcerting when you leave it that it's such a small tent, and it was such a big interior. There's a stole being hammered together across from you. It's sort of a more permanent structure. A sign is being being erected for a branch of the Grin and Barrett Bank, and that is spelled Grin and Barrett. And there's this very accountant-looking kind of gnome overseeing everything, pushing up his glasses constantly. Anyway, so where are you guys going now?
I think we should head to the broken window pub.
Yeah, I'm very much happy with what I have. I'm very pleased with this armor I'm wearing. Let's get on our way. Let's do this favor and just, I don't know, be free.
Yes. We shouldn't keep them waiting any longer.
All right. So, if the music will change for me, you can do it.
Sorry, if I may ask a meta question real quick.
Yes, you may.
We didn't rest since our last session, right? My spell slots are still the same. One of them is used up.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you haven't had a chance. The boat wasn't really the perfect place to rest.
Just making sure. Cool.
No problem. Music too loud. Let's try it again. Okay. So, heading through the rest of town, it's quite a big, sprawling town. There is a diverse number of races and cultures as you go. You see a couple of more people in the same sort of white and blue robes that mage that disappeared had. You see very well-dressed nobles heading towards the bazaar. I can show you some of them. Visual aid time. Thank you, teacher. Sorry. It's been a long week. Here is a lady.
Pretty good lady.
There's a very importantly dressed orc also. Half orc.
May I try to find out what those stars on his waist, his hip are?
I want to rob them.
Okay, so, Kieran, are you going to go up to talk to this person?
Yes, I'm very intrigued by the stars on this orc's hip, and I go up to the orc, right up to him, slightly more close than maybe most people would, and be like, "What are those things on your hips? They look pretty nice."
Well, they are magic wands.
What do they do?
Magic.
Why do you need two?
One's for on and one's for off. What is it to you? Good day,
Would
sir.
you be willing to sell one?
I am no merchant, sir. I am a mage.
I have a silver piece with your name on it.
Well, that's good. And he fishes in his pocket and gives you a gold coin for the entertainment.
Oh, thank you very much.
And he moves on. And I need Mira to please roll a thievery check and possibly end the campaign early. Okay. So you reach out your as Kieran is talking to this person, as he's being handed, and they're being handed a gold coin. Your fingers close around one of the wands, and I need you to make a will save.
How do I do?
So on your sheet, somewhere in the middle.
Middle column near the top, there's saving throws.
Yes.
Okay, will.
Will or won't, up to you.
Will or won't?
And then you click the will.
Oh.
Okay, so as your hands close around that, you feel the air around you become electric. It's like standing too close to an old TV. I'm going to an old age home soon. It's fine. I was once on the phone in a Blockbuster video. Anyway,
In South Africa.
Yes. Oh my god. Okay. So you feel this crackling around you, and your thieving reflexes make you let go just enough before something penetrates your mind. You feel like a very brief migraine as you let go. The orc, who is towering above you, sort of looks behind him slightly at you, and then and keeps walking. You don't get the one.
Uh-oh.
That was close. Just a side note, Pip. Don't change what you're doing. This is what I live for.
I have the feeling that could have ended in disaster.
Yep. All right.
We kind of I assume that the migraine will not make her the kind of pain, so Celeste will turn around and just kind of look worried and go over to Mira. It's like, are you feeling well, Mira? What's going on?
Oof, just a little bit of head rush there. Yeah, that was weird.
Well,
I'm not going to learn anything from this experience.
well, regardless of whether you do, you take good care of yourself now.
Will do. You too. I ruffle Celeste's. I don't know if Celeste has hair. Like the top of Celeste's head, I just ruffle.
And she has like fur. She's a rat. But yeah, she gives you like a beaming smile.
All right. So, as you continue to walk out of the bazaar, the visual aids continue. Lady selling silks. And with a cat on her shoulder for some reason. A man selling his expertise in identifying antiques. Man selling fishing equipment, and so on. And you keep going through the town. Eventually, the opulence of the market recedes. You sort of go slightly through the Breeze District and slightly through the Embassy District. The difference between the two districts become clear in the architecture and sort of people that mill around. Here in the Embassy District, you can very clearly identify those from far-flung places across the world. You see big, burly, humanoid people with decked in furs, just way too hot for this heat. You see people dressed in kimono-like dresses walking in a perfect line. You see gnomes walking with the aid of these strange clockwork walking chairs. You also, as you go, see various embassies. I have a list of embassies, but as you go, you sorry, I'm trying to talk and read the notes at the same time. You see each one seems to have elements of foreign architecture. Yes. The one you pass on your way has perfectly carved marble columns. It doesn't seem to have a central walled structure. It's all open plan, where there are several people, some of them human, some of them leonine, like lions, dressed in togas, discussing something in a language you don't understand. You keep walking, eventually leaving the Embassy District. And then things start changing quite drastically. Here the houses are lopsided, wood darkened. They're multi-storied, sort of built on top of each other, rambling houses. The streets are replaced by planked walkways that cross puddles that progressively become big lakes of standing water in between the buildings. You see various people here as well, but they're not dressed as opulently as those in the marketplace. They're dressed in rags and motley clothing. You see children of, again, a vast variety of races playing in the water or sitting on balconies, kicking their feet. You see mothers hanging their washing, shouting at their children. You see a lot more homeless beggars as you go. Eventually, you make it to a larger structure that seems to poke out from the sinking buildings of this district. A sign, slowly twisting in the breeze, proclaims it to be the Broken Window Pub. There is a line of people outside waiting to be served what appears to be soup of some kind, each with a bowl, each standing close, because the breeze going through here in this flooded area is quite chilly. Strange that you've just come from some hotter parts of the city. Here there's no shelter. Eventually at the door there is a heavily armored, brutish half-orc man. He's green-skinned. His armor seems to be put together from various disparate armor sets. He looks down at you, his sort of bottom teeth sticking out of his thick mouth, and he goes, "You them?"
Yeah, we're them.
Right. How do I know you then?
We were helped out by one Mr. Crow and Mrs. What's her face? Fox.
Oh yeah, that's it. That sounds like a pulse. Come this way. She's waiting for you. And he turns around and you see there's a big war axe, very used and notched and scratched, strapped around his back. He leads you inside. The inside of the bar, there are various people. I have a visual aid for this too.
Mhm.
Where is picture? Oh, here's picture. Some people indulging in the local cuisine. It's a very messy place inside. There seems to be 2 different bar fights going on at 2 different sides of the bar. The big man leading you in here doesn't seem to pay any mind. He sort of ducks out of the way as a piece of crockery comes flying over his head. And I need each of you to make a reflex save for me.
Would I be too short for it to even be a problem?
Well, some of it's not that high.
I see. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Celeste really is too short for it to hit.
Yes. Okay.
Reflex saving throw or
Reflex
She's not even
save.
looking.
Yes.
She's not really like paying attention. She's like looking back down at her journal.
Yeah, there we go.
As the thing just flies over her head.
Okay.
Okay, so the short people managed to escape.
Yes. So, Mira and Kieran, you are okay. Kieran, you're hit by a flying beer glass, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's a tankard.
Yeah, a tankard. It doesn't break. This is the kind of place where they have very, very robust things to eat off of and drink out of. Pip, you get Mira. Sorry, you get splashed, but by what you hope is somebody's beer. It smells bitter.
1 point of poison damage. No.
You there is a condition for this. Now I'm trying to.
Is it stunned?
No, it's not stuff. Sorry, I keep having to. You are dazzled.
I don't feel like that's something I'd be dazzled by, but
Or no Kieran getting hit in the head.
I look around and I want to see if I see like any napkins on any of the tables.
Okay, no perception check on Earth. No perception check on Earth. We'll find a napkin in this place.
Okay.
You get the idea that people maybe use each other's clothes for that purpose. Okay.
kind of like wipe myself off and like shake my hands like ugh.
Is somewhere where your rat's hiding, Keith says, "Hey, I got some of that, and it's not beer.
How was it?
It's not beer. I'm not complaining. It's better than prison crap." Okay.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Wipes off a little bit more of it. It's like, and this is my new armor too.
Right. So again, this Harville keeps walking, and he opens the door, which leads down a set of steps downstairs. As you go, leaving the just pure chaos of the bar behind you, the smells of beer and sick and what they might call food are left behind and replaced with something else, something more metallic and something fishy. As you descend, the walls also become slightly slick with wetness, and the bottom of the cellar floor is slightly flooded. You can see there are several lamps lit. There are several tables. There's quite a bit of commotion. There seems to be a slaughter yard of some kind, a butchery. But instead of meat or anything resembling that, they appear to be cutting open octopus, but quite large. They're like really big cuttlefish, like take up a whole table. The orc leads you on, splashing through the water as you go. it gets up to ankle deep for regular-sized people. Eventually, you're at a table where a lady like this. Okay. Sorry, visual aid is loading. She has her sleeves rolled up. She's got very interesting facial scars and tattoos. She looks quite tough, and she is personally digging into one of these creatures, stripping meat, cutting deeply into it. Madam, is them? She keeps going. The orc sort of fades into the background. This lady looks up. Just gonna put the music a touch softer. My, welcome. You lot off the special boat trip, are you?
That we are, ma'am.
Mother Grimm, pleasure to meet you all, I'm sure. I trust my associate, if we can call it that, a partner of convenience, told you of our little arrangement. You do me a favour and our little debt is square.
We were promised a favor in return.
Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. And she digs in deep into this thing and plunges an arm into the carcass of this thing and pulls out what appears to be a large sort of volleyball-sized pearl that glows with a strange blue light inside. A nice one, this. And there's a curtain behind her. She sort of draws it back. There appears to be an alchemy lab with sort of small setup there with 2 goblins. Here you go, lads. Oh, yeah, sorry. These are my associates. Granola and Casserole, they're my alchemists. And she draws the curtain. That's not why you're here. Right. So, with the favour. Let's just get down to business. I don't like to preamble too much. I've got a busy thing to run here. Got hungry people to feed, as if you might have noticed. Right. I have a former associate I need you to track down, extract some information from, and maybe dispose of him if you feel so inclined.
Dispose in what sense?
Well, I'll leave that up to your discretion, but best if no one else questions him afterwards, you get my meaning. Well,
Are you saying you want us to kill him?
that's all up to you.
Okay. Sounds good.
What information are you looking for from this individual?
Well. This information is what I need, and most importantly, what you need. Because you see, this person knows the location of what I need you to retrieve for me. You retrieve that, and our debt is squared. Right?
That sounds like 2 favors.
Well, it's sort of 1 and 2 parts.
And what
very,
guarantee
very
do we
long
have
one.
that our needs will be met?
Sorry, I missed that.
Ragnar asks what guarantee he has that his needs will be met.
Well, you have my word and the word of all my people. Well, I guess that doesn't mean much. If you want, I can get it drawn up in paperwork and letters, all fancy. But, well, let me
I
give
want
you...
to know how your party will help aid in my revenge against the Empire.
She smiles a bit and says, well, I can give you revenge aplenty, my dear. Many, many ways. We'll see. For now, I'm asking you to trust me. I put a lot of investment into getting this mutual acquaintance of ours what she needed to get you lot out of jail. So, I need you to track down a man called Findley the Rat.
Sorry, that's what?
I'm going to copy the name into the chat. No offense, she says to you, Select. He's not really a rat. He's more like a rat.
No worries, miss. No offense taken.
Right, so he worked the docks for me, right? Getting in my totally legitimate imports in and out of the Breeze District, right? And he might have tipped off the guard, that kind of thing, right? And, well, I lost my shipment, but that's fine. I can get my boys on that, no problem. Problem is, Findley ran all the way to my rivals, the Cutters. See, they control the west side of the district, while the east is all mine. Now, I can't go marching over there with all my boys and start a gang war, you know. Ain't got the time or the resources at the moment. All things in good time. So, you representing the neutral party, you can go marching in to little hidey hole, and, you know, get the information from him. Because, see, the thing is, he wants to sell this information to the Cutters, and that's why they putting up with his nonsense. So, what do you say?
Will you provide allies?
Oh, not for this first part. Call it a little test. But for the bigger job, shall we say, I've got some experts you might need to acquire the item in question.
Ragnar seems convinced and just kind of walks off into the room, just standing randomly at some point in the room. You kind of get the vibe that he's down to do whatever. He's just waiting for the group to decide.
So while the group's deciding, seeing you standing on your own, one of the alchemy goblins walks up to you with a little shot glass of something green. He's got one of his own. He
I
raises.
do not have a good track record with these goblins. So what does he do?
He gives you a shot glass. He's got one of his own, something really green in there, like panado syrup.
Lime green or like dark green?
Like dark green, and he waits for you to
He's
take.
offering it to me.
Yeah, one for you and one for him.
Do you wish for me to drink this?
Yeah.
Ragnar gives a kind of a whiff. Does it smell?
It doesn't smell like anything, mostly because of the room being overpoweredly fishy. Don't think that's a real word, but let's go with it.
We get the idea.
Yes.
Celeste. And I call over to Celeste.
Her ears kind of perk up as she turns and goes like, yes, Ragnar?
Come here, child.
She'll kind of like slowly make her way over. Like, what is it, Ragnar?
And then I look to the goblin. Get her a glass of this as well.
Goblin hands over his glass to her.
And she kind of like, with a curious look, kind of takes it, kind of tilts her head a little bit, and as a long snout rat folk, what does this smell like?
Okay, hang on.
You see, this is why I called Celeste over. Is Travis getting whispers?
Yes.
Yeah, Trevor, not Travis.
Oh, sorry, Trevor.
It's alright. No. Celeste is like giving this thing a few little sniffs, and you can see her face visibly like grimace and whatnot, and kind of like hold the glass further away from her. It's like, this doesn't exactly smell very great. You could almost call it a little acidic in smell.
Oi,
So is
granola!
it not safe to drink?
Stop poisoning our guest.
Holy shit, after hearing that, I toss mine behind my shoulder and I grab Celeste and throw it across the room.
Okay, so yours falls into the water with a brief crackle, and the one you throw hits the wall and then starts bubbling, and some of the wood, even as wet as it is, starts boiling. The goblin looks really sad. And sort of sinks back to his little lab.
She kind of looked at him while he's walking. I was like, I'm sorry, sir. Yeah.
I crouch down to where Celeste is and I kind of just make a fist bump towards her.
She kind of looked at you for a moment. Like, there's a tiny little fist. She like fist bumps.
Yeah, then I just stand up and continue minding my business.
Right, so I'll show you where his little hideout is. You go get him, get the information, and we go from there. What do we say?
I kind of just like motion everybody in the party over to a small little huddle, just together, and then I just whisper as much as I can whisper to everybody, and it's like, I mean, look, I want to settle our score, I want to settle this debt, but I would really rather not kill anybody if that's at all possible, unless maybe they are a pretty bad person, but I'm not sure. I need to be convinced before I kill somebody for somebody else's command. On somebody else's command.
I'm not too fussed about the murder.
Neither am I.
Maybe
there will be some convincing along the way. Either way, she said he mustn't be able to tell anyone about it. There are ways to do that without actual murder. It may involve, brutally maiming him. But, it's not murder.
Are you sure even such measures are necessary, Mayra?
The lady said what she said.
Well, yes, she did. Well, okay, yes, I'm sorry.
I'll see closer to the time, but hopefully we can see more eye to eye then.
Look, you don't have to do the killing.
Yes, I very much would like to not to.
So I think, are we agreed? Are we taking this on?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Let's do it.
Cool. I'd like to not be indebted to anybody, so let's go ahead.
Well. Sounds like we've reached an agreement. Well,
are you listening to us? We haven't told you yet.
You're not running from the place screaming, so I'm only assuming. Call me pragmatic. Well, you lot probably want to rest your weary heads before you get all mucky somewhere else. Let Final over there, and she points to the giant orc guy that let you in, lead you to some rooms, clean up a bit, and she looks at Marrow and whatever's on your armor. Clean up a bit, fresh up, get the ocean out of your hair, that kind of thing. Although, don't drink the water. Boil it first, maybe. Just some little advice. Anyway, and then we'll lead you to where you need to go.
I walk over to Mother Grimm, and am I taller than her?
No, she's taller than you. I'm so sorry. There will come a time.
I need someone to be shorter than me, otherwise none of this is effective. But anyway.
I don't know.
If it's any consolation, I'm shorter than you.
I walk over to her and I'm not sure where the octopus thing she was tearing through is in relation to us. Where is it?
So she's standing behind a table with it on it, and the table's between you and her.
All right, so I poke the octopus with my finger, and I ask, "Do you have any cuisine other than what lies in front of us?"
Oh, yes, indeed. We've got some fresh gruel and whatnot upstairs, mostly beer. Also, there might be beer in the gruel, or gruel in the beer. I can't remember which. This ain't,
Any court meat?
well, just so happened to have, well, let's just say Larry the goat's no longer with us.
All right, I turn to the group and I ask, "Is anyone in the mood to feast?"
I first want to just clarify. This is the second person we've heard of tonight who's had the animal in their name. You know, Mother Grim, is this an actual goat? Was this an actual goat? Or was this another unpleasant individual that you were charged with disposing of?
Oh, I see what you did there. No worries. No, I'm reasonably sure this was a real goat because we left the poor bugger tethered outside for rainy nights.
I don't see what one has to do with the other, but I'll believe you anyway.
Let's go with that. God, this is taking a turn. Okay. Right.
So is anyone in the mood to feast?
That sounds great. I'm hungry.
All right.
Mira?
I could do with a square meal.
I wouldn't mind a little snack, yes.
All right, 4 of your finest ales, please, and fix us a huge plate of the God's Boy.
All right. Okay, so you led back upstairs to the rowdy pub.
Sorry, as we're about to leave,
Yes.
I just turned, as we were about to walk up, I turned back to Mother Grim and I'm just like, hey, sorry, last question. Are
Sure.
you with the Inquisition?
No, my dear. I don't think I'm their kind of sort. You know, mostly human, zealous, self-important, male.
What do they usually look like? Because I feel like I'm not going to make much progress by asking everybody I see.
Oh, you'll know. You'll know, my friend.
No, okay.
You'll know. Why? Got in trouble with it while you were in prison. Ask not. What's it? Don't ask. Don't ask and don't tell. I don't know. I don't usually ask the questions. That's also how you know I'm not in the Inquisition.
Mhm.
Alright, don't get hit by a flying cap or sick or anything.
Oh, it's already happened. Don't worry.
Right. Okay. So you guys are led back upstairs, and you are led to a table that seems to be reasonably out of the firing line of the 3 bar fights currently going on. Somewhere in the middle, and the third one started. You are served. There is some rather grey-looking meat that's delivered to you. You don't know when the goat passed away, but it wasn't recently. But it's a better meal than you got in prison.
I'm not sure if this is okay, like what the reserves of alcohol they have here, but if it's kind of, all you can eat and we're being served as guests, then Ragnar would likely, before touching the meat, down with his tiny but strong chest, just like 3 cups of ale.
Okay. Yeah, well, the ale seems to be flowing. It is way weaker than Dwarven Ale.
Shit. I was planning to get drunk.
It does seem to be water that had a hub in it at some point.
So, Ragnar, are you done with what you were going to say?
Are you asking Ragnar or Sikona?
Yeah, Sikona, Ragnar.
Yeah, I'm done.
Sorry, I
I
don't want to.
was just drinking and then eating.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt you in case you were just about to say something. I
Oh.
wanna take. I'm looking around this bar. I'm just like seeing. Is there any place that's like sort of like a stage? Because I kind of like, if I'm gonna be staying here tonight, I want to try, maybe make some money, maybe, get my name out there, do a little performance, just a quick one.
Excellent. Okay, yes, there is. It seems to be the corner of it is covered by a sleeping drunk guy, but there is a little stage on the side. There appears to be on the back wall, like really old encrusted vegetable residue, and the outline of a humanoid individual of cleanliness. But
So I see the stage and it calls towards me, and I'm like, I need to get my voice out there. I stand up from the table where we're at and I walk up to the stage, stomp up on, and clear my throat extremely loudly. And what happens with the bar patrons?
okay, so you see that your appearance on the stage and your clearing of your throat has caused some areas of the bar to come under ceasefire. There seems to be border conflicts on several sides of the room, but for the most part, you have some attention. They turn their eyes towards you, some of them with a look of awe, some of them with a look of hunger, some of them with the look of you are the new prey.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Friends all around me. I started this morning, well, earlier than this morning, in a horrid state and nearly died. But escaping with my life has made me just happy to be alive and see life around me once again. So, just upon this moment, I've come up with a little impromptu poem as an ode to the wondrous sights I see within this lovely establishment. Fight raging on around me, crocs knocking me out roundly, revelry as far as the eye can see, a joyous night as sure as can be. And then I do a little bow.
Okay.
While Kieran
You hear the
does a bow, I'm not sure if the crowd is receiving it well, but Ragnar now, after having like 5 cups of ale, slams down the last one he just chugged and shouts for the first time you've ever heard Ragnar with this kind of energy. Shit, sorry, I knew what I was gonna shout just now. Speak it, brother!
you hear
Okay.
like the quiet little clapping and applause from Celeste.
You hear somebody.
Sticks her fingers in her mouth and whistles.
Somebody else whistles. Somebody claps. A rotten tomato misses you and hits the wall. Just one. It was more out of hoping for that to be the main entertainment than anything else. But after a while, people start clapping. And one of them's like, "Oi, you got any more?"
Do I have any more? Let me see. I'm put on the spot right here. Rotten tomatoes striking the wall. Who knows tonight how many may fall as we box and fight and cheer all around and wake the town up with our joyous sound.
Oh, that's pretty good. Well, think we won't kill him. And there's lots of people joining in and applauding and whistling. And, oi, beer for the poetry bloke. Somebody brings you a
I
beer.
graciously accept the beer, and without the foresight that Ragnar and Celeste showed downstairs, I just down it instantly.
Ragnar is just cheering loudly for him as he downs it.
I also have, if it's not too late, I have placed a little sack that's like, I may have have on me in case anybody wants to toss a few coppers in there.
Okay. So there is a jingling of some coin. You do get a couple. One of them hopefully puts in a half copper coin in. It's just like split down the middle. Somebody puts a rotten tomato in there.
Okay.
Ragnar gives Mira, because I think I'd be sitting like directly in front of Mira, like across Mira. While Mira's watching Kieran, I give her
They.
shove the shoulder, and I
Oh,
say
no.
to them, no, to Mira. I give
I
them
was confused about it.
I give them a shove on the shoulder, and I say, "The lank one's a poet, eh?"
He's not bad. He's not bad.
Do you have any talents?
None you want to see.
You kind of see his face get all flustered, like he's dark skinned, but he's like, he makes a face like, okay.
Wait, what did Mira say?
Mira said, none you want to see.
I just mean I was gonna steal his wallet.
He completely misread the whole tone of the.
Man's plastered.
I boop
As
him
much
on the
as
nose.
you can on this non-joke knuckle.
Okay, the rotten tomato has been added to my stowed items.
You kind of hear Celeste kind of speaking up. You almost can't really see her from below the table because she is sitting down. She's even short. But she like her hand raised, like pointing her fingers, like well, as I can write a good retelling of events. A good little report.
You're a storyteller, child.
Well, I would like to be, yes. Part of my reason for setting out from home was to go out, see what kind of things I can find, and return home and tell everyone about them.
Do you carry any of your works with you?
Huh? Wait, what?
Do you carry any of your works with you?
Well, what I've picked up on our way here, yes, that's what I've had so far.
Bless you.
Thank
Pull
you.
them out. Let us read.
Yes. Yes, you can read. Yes, she looks really happy, and she kind of hands the notebook to you and open it, and it's not very legible. You get the idea. It's not written in common.
Oh, wait,
It's
so
written-
Ragnar
it's
probably won't be able to.
It's written in rat folk.
Okay, so I kind of pick it up and I scan through it, like a dad does looking at a child's drawing. I look at
And then now
Celeste
talk.
over the edge of the drawing. I look at Celeste, I see how excited she is, and I look back at the thing, make sure
It's like
it looks like I've finished it.
There's a very excited anticipation to her face.
I put it down, face flat, slide it over to her, give like a brief moment of not saying anything to kind of build the suspense. Keep at it, child. This is lovely stuff.
Thank you, Ragnar.
And
She-
I kind of
she's-
throw
she's
Mira
proud.
under the bus. I look over to her with like a side eye and I give a smirk. Give it to Mira. She should have a gander at it.
Yes, here you go, Mayra. And she hands the journal back to you this time. Would Mayra be able to understand mouse talk because of Keith?
Maybe because of I feel like the bond with Keith is different.
I mean, isn't Keith more like an actual animalistic
Yes,
mouse instead of a rat folk person?
yes, absolutely. So
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
he is capable,
Okay.
but he's not educated.
It's like the difference between, I don't know, like an orangutan and a human, in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at it. I'm gonna be honest, Celeste. I can't read your language. I'm not as smart as Ragnar is.
You
Giving
hear
Ragnar
Ragnar
a sharp
give
look.
like an uncontrollable, like you can sense he tried to hold it back, but as Mira makes that comment while drinking, kind of spit a bit out and just starts cackling loudly.
That kind of possibility seems to dawn on her. Like, I didn't think of that. I'm sorry, Mayra.
Why don't
I
you read
could-
some
I
of
could-
it to me?
Oh yes, yes, and yes, I could do that, and well, I could teach you. I could teach you how to read it.
Me too,
That would
me
be
too.
lovely.
Ragnar says.
Yes, I would be willing to give you some little pointers. But yeah, like she starts from she kind of flips back to like near the beginning of the journal. She kind of recites basically the retelling in her mind from the back at the prison to like ending up at this town and going through the bazaar. It's like very it's almost like a childlike retelling, just like very much not quite similar to what happened. More like if you took a young child that saw only good things and put our context in that kind of form.
So,
What a wonderful
so
portrayal of what's happened so far. Please,
Okay.
Celeste, do continue to write down our adventures.
Yes, I'll do so gladly. And she kind of like scoots over like closer to Mayra and's like, oh, and would you like to now to start the little pointers for how to read while we have the time?
All right, show me how it's done.
Yeah, just and like she'll go over some of the little letters she's written, basically just giving you little basics like what each of the letters are and how the syllables are translated over into mouse talk.
Okie dokie. So, I think we're going to leave it there because I'm about to be switched off.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry. But, quick things. Now I'm going blank when I need to not go blank. Right. So, firstly, let's say goodbye to the stream. Bye-bye, stream.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Stream.
stream.
Bye, stream.
Forgot we were streaming.
Bye, stream.